The Toronto District School Board says the outcome of the investigation could affect the school's permit. Meantime, another school in Toronto is getting controversial attention as well. The grade 3 class appears to be learning lessons about environmental activism. Their cause, Alberta's oil pipelines. Students at the alternative school were protesting the proposed Enbridge pipeline Monday. The project calls for 2 pipes to transport oil through First Nations land between Alberta and BC. The kids made arts and crafts depicting how they think the pipeline would impact the environment. Teacher Lee Hicks organized the demonstration.
One of the mandates of the school is to move kids towards activism, especially environmental activism. So they talked about making an issue visible that has not been visible. So the pipeline, it's a metaphoric bringing it above ground, basically. And the kids have chosen which aspect of the impact, whether it's animal habitat or impact to the boreal forest, illegal use of First Nations land, affecting the food chain, and they chose a section of it that they were most interested in learning more about.
Hicks told our David Menzies he got the idea about a classroom protest when he found out Enbridge was holding its annual general meeting in Toronto tomorrow. Critics of the project claim the pipeline will go over Aboriginal land against the will of residents, destroying animal habitats and polluting the air and water. As for the project itself, while it's expected to generate $270 billion in economic activity over a 30-year period. The Toronto Sun's Joe Warmington joins us in studio now with more on this story as well as the previous one about Islamic schools. Let's start with this one, though. Environmental activism.
Well, this teacher says that the children chose to do this. They're 8. He didn't mention that. Yeah. And they're this big. They didn't choose it. He chose it. And the thing is that if one of them were to throw a snowball, he'd be in trouble, they'd be in trouble, and yet they're out protesting Stephen Harper and the government and the future of this country.
Do they even know what a pipeline is? Do they even
do they know that the plastics that they put on there, the trucks and that, are made of oil, and that the clothes that they're wearing are made in China?
Do they know that the oil sands is fueling the Canadian economy?
But the thing is that, and our Menzoid was there, and I was there, and the Toronto Sun reporter was there, Miriam Shaw, and photographer Mike Peake, and the whole time that we're there, we're realizing that this is surreal. They're using 8-year-old children to promote their agenda. It's wrong, and of course nothing's going to be done about it. But if I talk on my cell phone while driving to call in for your show, I'm going to get a ticket. Yeah. And it shows the hypocrisy. That teacher looks like a pretty cool dude, but he could do that on his own time. I don't think that he should be indoctrinating children at 8. That's my opinion.
I think a lot of folks would also be upset about the fact that these children, who, like you said, are grade 3 students, 8 years old, they're being used as weapons. They're being used as pawns in a debate that, quite frankly, they should not be involved in. Well, what's your stand on that?
There's no question about it. It's also a communist agenda, and it's people that hate Canada. And they're trying to get in the young minds of these kids. And of course, the worst part of it all is that we're paying for it. All the viewers that watch this from coast to coast, you're part of that. You're helping chip in on this. And the thing is, it should be stopped
whether you like it or not.
And all the people that run the school board should be fired that allowed that to happen. Those kids belong in school, learning the same things that the other kids learn. If they want to have alternative lifestyle, at least do it at home, or particularly when they're of age. But when they're 8 years old, it's wrong. And you know what? I'm some sort of a dinosaur for saying it, but I'm going to say it. I'm not going to let them push me around because, you know, at the end of the day, we have to protect these kids from people like that.
Absolutely. Quickly give me your reaction, Joe, to the previous story we just aired, which was these Islamic schools, more children being indoctrinated. Yeah, let's call it what it is. They're being indoctrinated, being told hateful, untrue things about a certain segment of our society.
This one's
Jews
even,
living in Canada.
You know, the other one is sort of manifests itself in a weird way, but they think they're doing something good for the environment, where this is out and out hate. It's anti-Semitism. It's everything that we don't stand for here. I'm glad that, to their credit, that they did apologize and pull it all off. But you just have to wonder what they're thinking. And I tell you, the old saying is, if you see one cockroach, there's 1,000 you didn't see. So I'd like to delve in deeper to see what else they're teaching these kids out there. It's a disgrace.
And I'm sure you will get to the bottom of that. Thanks very much for this, Joe.
It's good to be with you.
That's our Toronto Sun columnist extraordinaire, Joe Warmington.
Wow.
Great to see you.
Okay, come in again next hour.
All right, for sure.